But then again, the more significant thing, the question is it really the age? Did the age really begin in Bethlehem? And the answer is no. The age did not begin in Bethlehem. The age began with the crucifixion and the resurrection of Messiah. That's where the old covenant, the Old Testament was still in effect. Who's the last Old Testament prophet? You could say John the Baptist. Messiah was, because he ended it. He was more than a prophet, but he was the last Old Testament. And then he began the New Testament, the new covenant on the cross. I mean, that cross resurrection is when it all began. That's when the age began. So really, the millennium would really be about the year 2030. In which case, this year now is significant that it's 30 years now to go. I'm not saying when something's going to happen. I'm not saying the dates. But turn to Hosea 6. I want to show you something. I just stumbled on something cool there. Hosea 6. Prophetic thing. Hosea 6. Verse 1. Come, let us return to the Lord, because he has torn us, but he will heal us. He has wounded us, but he will bandage us. He will revive us after 2 days. He will raise us up on the 3rd day, that we may live before him. That's an interesting thing. The Jewish people are saying, Israel's saying, let's return to the Lord, because for 2 days we will be torn and wounded, but on the 3rd day we will rise and be before him. The Bible says a day is like 1,000 years. Now, I'm not saying this dogmatically, but it's fascinating. 1,000 years like a day. A possibility, a day like 1,000 years. So therefore, for 2 days we've been wounded, Jewish people. For 2,000 years we've been wounded. But on the 3rd 1,000 years we shall rise. We shall return to the Lord. And so for 2,000 years the Jewish people have been wounded. And yet now is the beginning of a return. On the 3rd day, 3rd millennium, on the 3rd day is resurrection millennium. I don't know if that's a thing, but it sure sounds good. And it sure goes together. So we'll see. But the point is that the beginning of the 2,000 years is not at Bethlehem. The gospel and the Jewish people and the rejection and the acceptance all began on the cross. And ever since then, so the age is clearly from 30 A.D. 30 A.D. But I believe it's significant where we are, even if it means it's 30 years to that.